Wonderful. Good evening, everyone. Namaste. Namaste. Salam, everyone. And grüezi, everyone. Kind of grüezi. Kind of sharing a bit of my journey as well with these three welcoming words. I've lived 1/3 my life in India, 1/3 in the Middle East, and 1/3 now in Switzerland. So I come here standing with all that behind me. So today I've been invited to talk a bit about love and creating from love. This is something very new for me. And it's delicate. But at the same time, I am very, very happy that we have spoken about love several times today. And it's the first time we have been speaking about love at EthnoKino. So I feel really good and at the right time and moment to speak about it. So this afternoon, I was just going for a little walk. I thought I needed a bit of silent time for myself, discover a cave maybe, and sit there for some time and watch the pigeons. And I could do that. Could climb into a tiny cave somewhere up there near our hotel. And I had some beautiful pigeons come and visit me. And I was thinking about all the stories that have been shared here about the pigeons in coexistence with the land. And so I feel very grateful to be here, very happy, and a bit nervous also about speaking. And so I was sitting in the cave and, thinking about love. The first person that's always in my heart is my grandma, right? So I decided to give her a call and tell her I'll be speaking about love today. So I showed her the cave. I told her it's 3,000 years old, like Ali told us, right? And I said this was a place where the early Christian monks used to come and build hermitages, and there were monasteries here. And she was so curious to know all that. She was listening with such curiosity to everything that I had to say. And then I wanted to introduce this topic about what I'm speaking about tonight. And I was a bit nervous. I was feeling a bit shy to tell her about love because I was thinking that I would be judged. Why is this eldest grandson of hers who has gone to Switzerland to do a PhD in nanotechnology coming to Cappadocia to speak about love? That was what I was expecting her to say. So I told her this evening in a few hours I would be speaking about love. And she said, that is so amazing. And love is the most powerful force on this planet. And nothing can win against love. I mean, she basically summarized what I had to say for this evening. I was in shock and silence for a moment, taking that in, because at the end, it is so powerful and so simple at the same time, right? And then she also said something. She said, my expiry date is already over, and I'm still alive because of the love from you all, from my children and my grandchildren. And this is what I guess we saw with Donna Susanna yesterday, right? Very sharp, as Perrin recognized. She was resourced with these relationships of care and transmission of love through these relationships. And I know it the minute I have my grandma on video here, her eyes just light up. Just like as if energy just enters her. And I can see her body language change. And it's absolutely true. I mean, we are nourishing her spirit and she is alive because of us, all. And so love is relationship. Love is connection. And whenever I talk to my grandma, I feel seen. I feel heard. She listens to me with curiosity. She gives me presence. And I feel safe in that field, right? That's what love has to be. So that experience, I want to invite that into the field right now. I would just invite you all to close your eyes for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. And take 3 deep breaths. You can breathe in through your nose, into your belly, and exhale through your mouth if you want. And with each breath going deeper, filling your stomach, and exhaling out with your mouth. And I want to invite you to visualize someone who loves you in front of you. You are now in the presence of someone who loves you dearly. And now just receive that love. Feel that love. Notice what happens in your body. And stay connected to your breath. Now you may thank the person and let this person dissolve away. And now with your eyes still closed, just invite yourself in front of you. See yourself and give yourself the love that you just received, the same quality that you just received. Now you can gently dissolve yourself and come back and open your eyes. How does that feel? Thank you. So love is presence. Presence, being with yourself, with someone. And a couple of months ago, I was really in a depressive state. For a few days, I couldn't leave the house. I was anxious. I was feeling really low. And you know the thousands of stories that play on in your head sometimes that are all conflicting each other. So I was in one of those states and I couldn't talk to anyone, ask anyone for help or nothing. And then after a few days, out of desperation, I write to my dad. And I send him a long message that it doesn't fill WhatsApp. You know, the character limit exceeded. And so it's like 3-4 WhatsApp messages. And I see that instantly it's been read. 2 blue tick marks. And I was like, oh my God, it's been read. You know, and I was scared to receive the response from him. And very immediately I saw him typing. And then there was a brief sentence that he sent to me. He said, Naveen, you have every right to be happy with what you want to do and you wish to do in this life. That's it. Again, so powerful, yet so simple. It just hit me like a thunderbolt. Another way how love is expressed and felt. And now coming to the second part of my talk, after, we can experience and feel that love, is about how to create from this love and why we need to create from love. A prophet once said, if you see an injustice happen in front of you. And what do I mean by injustice? Exclusion is injustice. We've seen, the Roma community excluded in the film yesterday. Exclusion is injustice. And if you see injustice in front of you, you have 3 levels of action that you can take. The highest and the deepest form of action to correct that injustice is to use your hands. Change it physically. Do something about it with your hands. Now, what if your hands are tied behind your back that you can't take action in the world? The second thing that you can do is use your voice, use your speech, talk about it, write it, words. This is how you can act. And what if your mouth is taped? What if you can't speak and your hands are tied? You need to make sure that in your mind and in your heart, you know that it is an injustice that is happening in front of you. So even thought is action. And I want to say that love is action. Aldous Huxley said that propaganda is when one set of people create stories to make another set of people not human. And I want to say that love is when we make others human. And EthnoKino here is really not only as a technology that we heard, but it's also an act of love. It is an action of love. It makes the invisible visible. It makes those which have been forcefully displaced and made invisible visible, as we have seen from all the stories here. And this is love in action. So thank you, Elif, for creating EthnoKino. And love embraces all. Love is inclusive, and love does not divide. And each of these stories that we have seen, film seen, is a spotlight on making the invisible visible. And we need to let all your love lights shine. And that's how we can create homes for humanity, love on earth. And I think it's going to be an amazing world if we start acting and creating from love. And love includes the forest. It involves the spirits. It involves the pigeons. It involves the grapevines that weep when it's cut. It's all those stories. And there is yet another property of love. Love expands at the speed of care, at the speed of relationships. Love does not scale like Silicon Valley. Love does not create unicorns. And the unicorns of Silicon Valley are actually monsters. And that's the monster we saw in the mine in the Wuha community, right? Wuaju, thank you. In the Wuaju community, it is a monster because it is not love. It did not care for the people. It did not care for the land. It made them invisible. So it's an action that does not arise out of love. Now, even if the coal mines and Glencore in Switzerland do not act from love, I think we can act from love. We can include them in our expansion of love because love makes their invisibility visible. So we have to include the monsters in our creation and shine light on them as well. So love is presence, love is all-encompassing, love is action, and love expands at the speed of relationship. And I also want to say love is practice. What I'm talking about is an ideal or a potential that we can strive towards. Every day, every moment, in every action, we can decide, how can I bring more love? How can I create more from love? And bringing visibility and bringing awareness is love. And that's here what EthnoKino is doing. And thank you. And I want to invite you all to Switzerland in 2 weeks. This is a creation from love. It's Kaleido Retreat, where we bring together almost 100 scientists, artists, dancers, filmmakers, economists, philosophers, spiritualists together for 5 days. We call it a retreat to catalyze creativity for inner change and systems change. So I warmly invite you to Switzerland. You can check Kaleido here in our web link. And there is another small invitation as well. Just 1,200 kilometers from here, 2 million people are forcefully being starved in Gaza. A piece of your heart, it can be a few words, it can be a poem, it can be a song, it can be a lullaby. And whatever is alive for you right now, and as a form of the action of the second kind, we want to preserve what we are collectively experiencing and feeling inside us. And these recordings, this audio archive, will one day be played in Gaza and will one day be listened to in Gaza. And I invite you to share a piece of your heart. It's www.forgaza.love. Thank you.